3, 2, 1, live. Hello, and welcome. Patrick, can you imagine that it has been a week? We talked about RIMPAGE vision. Do you remember?
I do, yes.
Wow. Can you imagine that it has been a week already?
Already, it seems like it came really quickly.
Yes, I know. So today we're going to go a little deeper, and we have something really special to share, don't we?
Yes.
Why don't you tell us what we're going to see today?
Yes. So what we have for you today, and we're speaking to players, is something that we haven't had since RIMPAGE has come into existence, but we have it ready for you guys now. And so we have a presentation that's going to explain to you the RIMPAGE offer. There's so much to talk about.
And as you know, RIMPAGE is a basketball league that is player-centered. So this whole philosophy, the whole idea, the mission, the heart of this, the heart of RIMPAGE is a basketball player. So I really am so excited about sharing this for the first time, this presentation with you.
Yes.
I want to thank all of our friends who are watching us on LinkedIn and YouTube and on every other platform as well. Welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Yes.
Patrick, with this great vision that you had and that you told us about last week, and this is how you're shaping it into becoming something more with the players that you already have playing for the league, and they're already becoming stars in their city. So let's see more of this, shall we?
Yes. And before you show us the first slide, I would like to say something to the players, because we know that players all over the world are going to see and hear this presentation. And so what I want to ask you about is, do you remember when you were young and you saw your favorite player playing basketball and something happened inside of you, that feeling you had, like, I love seeing this person do these amazing things on the court, but then also you had this feeling of, I wonder if I can do that, or I'm going to do that. I know I'm going to do that. And the dream was born. There was this dream of becoming a great basketball player, giving great performances on a big stage. Now, that's key. You dreamt of giving great performances on a big stage, the biggest stage of all, the NBA. And so naturally, that's the stage that we all gravitated toward. But what happened? What happened to that dream? We dreamt of giving great performances on the big stage, playing in the NBA. And my question to each of you is, what happened to that dream? How is it going? How's it going now? I can tell you, for 99.999% of us, the dream didn't come into fruition. Something happened along the way, and we were not given that opportunity. Take a moment to think about your current opportunities. Maybe some of you still would like to give great performances on a big stage. What are your current opportunities that can get you there? Who's looking at you? Who's calling you on the phone saying, hey, we want you to come do a workout for us and come play for us? I can tell you the answer to that question. Not much is happening for a whole lot of us.
Yes.
And so now I want to introduce to you RIMPAGE. I'm a basketball player. So RIMPAGE was created by a basketball player for basketball players. It's a player-centric league. There are 3 words I want you to remember as we go through this presentation. Those 3 words are so much more. When you think about your current options, what the current vehicle that's going to take you from where you are now to giving great performances on a big stage, and compare that to what I'm about to give you, you're going to see that it's so much more. So here we go. RIMPAGE is a global one-on-one basketball league that is on a mission to find the next big stars in every city, every state, every country. Ultimately, our goal is to find the best player in the world. And we're going to do that one city, one state, one country at a time. I told you so much more. Already, that's bigger than anything else that's out there. Next slide. Let's see. Let's get into this. Here are the current problems with so-called big leagues. Big league, small capacity. It's the way we've been doing basketball since it's been invented. For the past 75 plus years, we have big leagues, small capacity. What I mean by that is there are only so many teams, there are only so many roster spots, and once all of those spots are filled, doesn't matter how good you are, there's literally no room for you. What that means is even the best players won't get an opportunity to play simply because the stage is not big enough for all the performers who want to get on it. Mm-hmm. Next, even if you do get picked to play in the league, now you have to get picked again to get playing time on the court. So you're sitting on the bench, hoping and waiting, just like you were sitting at home, hoping and waiting to get picked for the league. Now, once again, you're in the league and you're sitting on the bench, hoping and waiting that the coach will pick you to put you in the game or to make you one of the starting five. Let's see that next slide, please. Mm-hmm. Here's the solution. RIMPAGE one-on-one basketball guarantees 100% of the players are guaranteed playing time. No more hoping that you get into the starting five. No more hoping that a coach picks you and puts you in the game. No more having a coach decide how many minutes you play in that game. 100% of RIMPAGE players play 100% of the time. I told you so much more. Next slide, please. More about the solution. What makes RIMPAGE, or what makes it matter? RIMPAGE is uniquely built so that you can do what you're currently doing. You're already going to these gyms and parks and rec centers, and you're already playing basketball. What RIMPAGE does is we make it matter. 100% of the players get playing time. No one sits on the bench. In this league, you get to prove how good you are. You get an opportunity to show how good you are. It's exposure for everyone. We don't restrict this opportunity from anyone, which means there's no scouts, there's no general managers, there's no draft lottery, no agents. There's no one to look at you and say, you're not good enough. You pick yourself in this league. You get a chance to prove how good you are. You also get access to the best players in your area to challenge them. Once again, it's about proving how good you are. In this league, you have access to the best players and you can challenge those players to a match, because the only way to be the best is to actually beat the best. And you know how in some sports, they prevent contenders from having access to the top guys to actually prove themselves. Not on RIMPAGE. You can challenge those top players. And if they don't accept your challenge, then that's already telling you something about how good they are. So you get to challenge the best. You get worldwide exposure with RIMPAGE because it's a global league. Remember, we want to find the best player in every city, in every state, in every country. So all players are going to know players worldwide. Everyone in the world will get to see you play at that same park, at that same rec center, at that same hoop in your backyard. Imagine now the whole world will get to see you play. Worldwide exposure. That's fans, that's scouts, that's teams. All of these people are going to get to see you play. If you're good enough, that's all you have to do is be good enough. You might be getting a phone call from someone who saw you play on RIMPAGE. That's the power of this opportunity. And then, of course, we want to reward skill. So for those top tier players, we want to offer the same money, the same trophies, same prizes, same opportunities that the NBA offers and other top leagues offers. We're going to be able to give you that and more. Remember what I said, so much more. All right, next slide, please. So here is a graph just to give you a visual of how RIMPAGE stacks up against some of the more popular options that are out there. Of course, a lot of people, everyone dreams of going to the NBA. And then if they can't make it there, they're thinking of playing overseas. If they don't do that, then most of us are playing in rec leagues in our cities, or we're just playing pickup at the park. So those are the options we have listed here. Now on this graph, you see those options, the NBA, FIBA, we'll say that's overseas, rec leagues, and playing at the park. The further left you are on this, the harder it is to get on that stage. Look at where the NBA is. The farthest left you can go. So hard to get on that stage. 3 out of every 10,000 players are getting an opportunity there. Less than 1%. It's like 0.0003% of us are getting an opportunity. That's why they're farthest left. And then right there next to them is FIBA, or playing overseas. You guys already know how hard it is to get noticed and to get to get an offer from an overseas team. That's why they're so far left. Now, as you cross that line, it gets a little bit easier. Pretty much anyone can get on a rec team, on a team at a rec league, recreation league at a park. And so that's why they're on the easy side. And then, of course, easiest of all, you might say, is playing pickup ball at the park. But look at where RIMPAGE is. Look at how easy it is to get on that stage. Remember, there's no one to pick you, no draft lottery, no agents, no one to say you're good enough, you're not good enough. Getting on this stage is as easy as going to our website and clicking sign up now, and you become a RIMPAGE player. You have access to this stage now, just that easily. So that's going from left to right. Up and down, we see a measure of how much your performance on that stage matters. Now, look at playing pickup ball at the bottom right. The further down you are, the less your performance matters. You can play the best game you've ever played at the park in a pickup game, and who cares? No one will even see or know unless they were there at the park watching you. Whereas in the NBA, your performance matters a lot. Think about the NBA Finals and how many eyeballs are on that and how significant winning in the NBA Finals is, and that's why they're at the very top. Then you have those other two leagues that are somewhere around the middle. Once again, look at where RIMPAGE is. Your performance matters a lot because it counts towards your rankings, your ratings. We record your stats on your player profile page, and all of that counts towards your being eligible to qualify for the postseason, where now you're playing for your city championship. City champions play for state championships, and state champions play for national championships. And if you are a national champion, if you are the best player in your country, you get into the Lions tournament, which determines the best player in the world. It matters. Everything you do on RIMPAGE matters. So look at RIMPAGE all by itself at the top right. This is an opportunity that has never existed before, where you have a league that is that easy to get into, but your performance matters just as much as it does, or more, than the NBA. Because in the NBA, they're presenting the best team. And we all know that not every player on that team contributed to that championship. They get the ring, they might get to rub the trophy, but they know in their hearts they did not get to contribute to that championship the way they would like to have. But when you become a city champion, state champion, national champion, world champion, you contributed 100% to that success. So it matters even more, so much more. Let's see the next one. All right, so what do you get for playing on RIMPAGE? What are the benefits? There are 5, and we call them the 5 C's. First, you get to compete. You actually get to compete. So there's no one to pick you or not pick you. You get to play. You decide when you play. You decide where you play. You decide who, when, and where you play. No one's going to hand you a schedule. You schedule your own matches. You're playing against competition in your city because you want to qualify for that city championship tournament to see who's the best. So you get the opportunity to compete. You get to get on the stage and give those great performances. And next, you get the opportunity to compare, because every RIMPAGE athlete gets a profile page that has his rankings, his stats, his ratings, his accomplishments. So now you get to have a different type of conversation with other basketball players where you're arguing about who's best. And you can say, hey, pull up my RIMPAGE and look at my stats, look at my achievements, look at what have you done? So you get to have that type of conversation. And then also consider this, because RIMPAGE is a global league, if you want to know how you stack up against all the players in France, all the players in Lithuania, all the players in Spain or in Africa, you'll be able to do that because all RIMPAGE players have a profile page. All right, and the next one, conquer. I say, if you want to play basketball, go play on a team. If you want to conquer, join RIMPAGE. It's all about conquering. You want to be the best in your city. You want to be the best in your state or your province if you're overseas. You want to show you're the best in your country. This is all about conquering. You get trophies for these victories. And then if you are fortunate enough to be the winner of the Lions tournament, you are the undisputed best basketball player in the world. So you get to go to the very top. You're the king of the world at that point. Next is commemorate. We save your stats. We save your accomplishments. We save match videos. So it's very possible that you could show your grandchildren what you did on RIMPAGE because it will all be preserved. We also have the equivalent of a Hall of Fame. your RIMPAGE career will be preserved. If you're a top athlete, we will honor that career and our equivalent of the Hall of Fame. And then, of course, what we all dreamed of is the cash. We want to get rewarded for our skill. Top players will get an opportunity to get endorsements, sponsorships, high dollar contracts, just like any other famous NBA player. Next, so that's the 5 C's. That's what every player on RIMPAGE has an opportunity to get with no one standing in your way. All you have to do is win. And so this is our promise. No matter who you are or where you are on this earth, if you have a cell phone and a place to play, then you can get on this stage, play on a stage as big as the internet, and get all the rewards that your talent deserves. Now you can become a star playing pickup basketball for RIMPAGE. And so, next slide, please. Here's a visual. And we love this one because they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So here's a nice visual for you. You see the gold at the top. Let's just say that's all the rewards that you get for being a top player. That's what we all dreamt about when we were children, and we saw our favorite players playing for that. They were playing for that, and we saw them win that. And then that question arose in ourselves, could I get that? And we went for it. But then what we found out is, look at the players climbing the rope. That rope is any and every league that has the same capacity issues, where you have a certain number of roster spots, certain number of teams, and once they're filled, no one else can get on the rope. The rope is full. And so look at everyone at the bottom, waiting for their chance to get on the rope, hoping that they will get picked to be next to get on the rope so they can climb to their dream. But look at that right side. Totally different way of looking at this thing. RIMPAGE gives every player his or her own ladder to climb up to success. Imagine that. No more hoping that you get picked, waiting to get picked. And then once you do get on the ladder, look at who's in front of you, who's above you. RIMPAGE gives every player their own ladder so they can reach their dreams. You get all the rewards that your skill deserves. You can climb as high as your talent will take you. Very nice visual there.
Brilliant. I love this. Everyone gets to climb their own ladder.
Yeah.
As
climb your own ladder.
Life, isn't it?
Yes. So now the question, will you be the next big star in basketball? Here's the thing. We know that less than 1% make it to the NBA. And from that less than 1%, we're getting players like LeBron James and Steph Curry and Michael Jordan and all the other great athletes. We're getting those athletes from less than 1% of the talent pool. Yes. Logically, we can see that there are still thousands of LeBron Jameses still out there in the 99%. Absolutely. But we don't know who they are until now. Now we have a stage where those players can get the spotlight that they deserve. We're going to discover the next big stars in basketball. And I can tell you, and anyone else who has made it to the highest level to see the NBA, but then maybe didn't make it, all of them will tell you that the best players are not in the NBA. Oftentimes, players are good enough or better, and they still don't make it. So what that means is there are some superstars out there that just don't have a stage. Yes. Now those stars have a stage. RIMPAGE is that stage. So are you tired of sitting on the bench? Come fly with RIMPAGE.
Yes, pick yourself.
Pick yourself. So that's our presentation. And up to this point, you have 2 choices. You can sit on the bench, and you can wait, and you can hope that someone somewhere picks you to live your dream and get more of the same. Like, how's that been working for you? Or you can fly with RIMPAGE. Now you can pick yourself, you can get on this stage and give the great performances that get you noticed. After all, isn't that what we dreamt of doing anyway when we were children? Is getting on a big stage and giving those great performances that get us noticed.
I know which I would pick if I was playing basketball.
I can tell you, it's an easy one. It's one that I certainly wish was available to me when I was playing.
Yes. So
here we go. This is one-on-one basketball, which means you're not passing that ball. It's all on you. You are the star. Shoot your shot with RIMPAGE. Ready to fly with RIMPAGE? Signing up only takes 2 minutes. Go to rimpage.club, click sign up now, and begin your story.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. That makes it so clear to envision the journey.
Yes.
And it also opens up visually for me, really illustrates the obstructions that are in our way now, that even if I am ready now and I'm playing my best game, maybe I don't get the chance because that rope is
Right.
full, those spots are full,
Right.
right?
Right. Right.
And then there's
And
that,
for
yeah, go ahead.
yeah,
Sorry.
I was just going to say, for if you're in high school, RIMPAGE is open to male and female, ages 15 and up. If you're in high school, like a high school freshman, it's even worse for you because if you don't make that high school team, now you're 4 years at that school not being able to play basketball,
Yes.
play organized basketball. And who knows why you don't make the team? Maybe the coach doesn't like you. Maybe the coach's son plays the same position you play, and maybe he doesn't like your style, or maybe you don't get along with some of the other players on the team. But then here's the thing: if you don't make the team, how easy is it to go to another high school?
Yes.
And by the way, if you do go to another high school, they're doing the same thing over there. So it's more of the same.
And even
So
if
for
you
high,
make a team, Patrick, that is really so
yes,
important. Even if you make
yes,
a team, you still get to sit and wait to be picked to be in
to
the
be
game,
picked
to actually
again to
play.
get on the floor.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. And so imagine this. You can just get off the bench, go grab your phone, click sign up for RIMPAGE, and now you're playing 100% of the time
That's it.
before a global audience. It's a no-brainer.
No brainer. Yes. Wow. Fantastic. I cannot wait to see more of this and to see how many more stories we will uncover in RIMPAGE. We already have some tremendous athletes and they are coming and joining us on these platforms where we share talks. So you actually will get, if you are a basketball fan, you will get to see and follow their stories, which is so important because so often those stories are forgotten. And I love that one of the C's is commemorating and remembering the journey because the entire journey matters. Brilliant.
And I'll tell you, there's so much more to RIMPAGE. We only covered a small part of it here. But just to reiterate, who can play for RIMPAGE? Anyone, male or female, ages 15 and up. Where is RIMPAGE? Wherever you are playing basketball, we want to know who's the best in your city. So you don't have to leave and move and do all of that. Start playing for RIMPAGE right there in your city and prove yourself.
Yes, absolutely. You have any questions, please post them here to us and we will respond to you. And if you think that this is something that you want to have a go, that you want to prove something to yourself, that you want to see how far you can get on your talent alone, on your own skills, on your own discipline and work ethic and all of that. If you really want to develop yourself as a player and as a human being, as a person, then give it a go. What is stopping you from checking it out? Go to rimpage.club and check it out.
Right. We've been waiting for years for people to pick us. And now I'm saying, pick yourself. You can pick yourself.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. You can with RIMPAGE. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Patrick, for sharing all of that with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
As you said, we can only scratch the surface only. But if you want to know more, there is a lot more information out there on our YouTube channels, on every single social media platform. If you want to know about RIMPAGE, just type in RIMPAGE and inform yourself. This is the chance that you have been waiting for.
Yes, yes,
Brilliant.
So well said.
Have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you next time when we will share something equally exciting as this. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful
Thank you.